In this video, we're going to take a look at my Panasonic S1H cage and how I used it to shoot my latest music video project. So I shot my most recent music video with the Panasonic S1H and this lens in particular. This is the Zeiss Biotar 58mm f2. It's also known as the Helios 44-2. This is just slightly older. And I really enjoyed shooting with this lens. It has unique characteristics, swirly bokeh, it's vintage, so it has a different unique feel to it. And I shot the complete project with this lens and this camera. And I wanted to go handheld for this music video largely, so I wanted to add some accessories that would just help and assist me overall with the video shoot. While the S1H is perfectly capable as is, I could probably shot the whole thing just like this. I wanted to add like a monitor and some other little things that just kind of help with the handheld ergonomics of it. One helpful tool for attaching multiple accessories to your camera is by using a camera cage. This one is specifically designed for the Panasonic S1H, and it's by a company called Kondor Blue, which I've been fans of their products before, and now I have a camera cage to review. They actually sent me out a demo unit, which I have currently. So there are some improvements they've already made to this cage that you can definitely check out. I'll leave links in the description to all the gear I'm talking about in this video. And if you want to get 10% off the cage, you can use the coupon code NATES1H at the Kondor Blue website. So have fun with that. So to attach it, it comes with a quick release plate. This is like a Manfrotto quick release plate. There's a little pin to keep it secure. And then we can basically just slide this in. There's a little safety pin that you push down and you slide on. And then there is a clamp, you just smush that down, and now we have the basic camera cage attached. Now we can attach multiple accessories, whatever the case may be. They also sell a top handle, which is this guy right here. And this top handle is super nice, not only for just filming handheld. I really like shooting with a top handle because it allows you to get lower angles, and by holding the camera like this, I feel like the gravity kind of helps you stabilize your movements a bit more. One really cool feature that they added is a record button right up top. So there's a little remote cable that will plug in, and you can press record and it'll start recording on your camera, which is just really cool, and it makes just hand holding and operating just super easy. And to do that, there is a little port right here, and all we got to do is plug one end and then find your remote port right up here on top of the S1H and plug that in. Now if I turn on the camera and press record, we can see that we are actually recording. Now if yours doesn't work right off the bat, you may have to adjust one setting on the top handle. There's a little S and P switch. If yours is over on the S side, that's the Sony side and other camera manufacturers' remote signal. So you can just find a little screwdriver I found works well, and just flip that over to P. But if you're buying for the S1H, it should already be put over to P for Panasonic. All right, so now that we got that attached, let's attach the base plate. Kondor Blue sells this 15mm rail base plate, and we can just slide the whole camera cage and then tighten this. And then what I like to do is add my own Manfrotto base plate. This one's just slightly longer, and I can fit this on my tripod and tighten that down. So essentially, if you're looking for this kit by Kondor Blue, you can get the camera cage itself for $120. You can throw in the top handle with that for $190. And with the 15mm rails and the block, that comes at $290. So it's definitely not the cheapest camera cage out there, but what I like about it is their attention to detail. You have control and access to every single button. You can open up the SD card slot, you have that. Even when you flip it over to the side, the little HDMI protector that comes with your S1H actually still works with the camera cage even on. So just little details like that makes it worthwhile. And perhaps my favorite feature is the top handle. I really like having that record button. And what takes this camera rig just a step further is you can just quickly remove your camera from the cage if you ever do decide you need to grab some photos or put it on a gimbal or something like that, which is really cool. This little base plate is a Manfrotto base plate, so if you already have your own, just make sure it fits. However, my Manfrotto base plates were a little bit snug on here, so that's why I like to use the Kondor Blue specific Manfrotto base plate, but otherwise they still work well. So we clamp that down, let's plug in the remote, and I like to add just a couple more accessories to this cage to really get it to work well for handheld shooting. And that is to add a monitor of some sorts. This is the Atomos Ninja V, and I actually planned on shooting ProRes RAW for this project. However, that got delayed, so I actually just recorded regular ProRes onto a backup SSD, but recorded 5.9K in camera, and that's what I edited with. So in order to attach a monitor to the camera cage, I picked up this small rig monitor mount, and what I like about this, it's super secure. It has these Arri locating pins, just like here on the front of the Kondor Blue cage, and this will create a nice secure fit, and it won't get loose on you whatsoever. So screw that in, and then you can grab a little Allen wrench and just really tighten that sucker down. Nice. Then you can grab your monitor, and that just screws in up here on top. Sweet, now we have a really nice secure monitor, and if we want some adjustability, we can just push it down or pull it back up for different angles, which I really like. So now we just need to attach a monitor to our camera with an HDMI cable. Atomos actually sells a HDMI cable specifically for this monitor. However, it's like 70 bucks, which is super ridiculous. All you need is this little HDMI cable. It has the same speeds, it can still record. This one is about 2 feet in length. You can probably get by with something like a 1.5 foot. However, I found that the 1 foot cable that I had prior didn't quite reach it. But this can just swing around, plug right into the full size HDMI, and we are pretty much set. The last thing I wanted to add to my camera cage is just a little side handle that I had from Nicey Rig, and that can just fit with a NATO rail attachment right over to the side. And this just provides a little bit more handheld ergonomics. But what I like about this is it's not too much. I've used other rigs where if you have a bunch of crap on there, it just gets in the way. And I didn't want that for this project. I need to be quick, nimble, and this was still agile enough to work for me, which I really enjoyed. So there's a couple more things I needed to just kind of add to the whole system to make it work. Of course, I needed the ND filter, so let's go ahead and put that on. The ND filters that I went with this cage, I used my Freewell magnetic NDs, which are super nice, really high quality. In order to attach this, I need a little step-up ring. So this goes from like, what is it, 40.5 millimeters to 82, which looks just a tad ridiculous, but this works. So that's what we're gonna do. So we put on the ginormous step-up ring, and I grabbed my little magnetic attachment. So that has a UV filter on it already to protect the lens, and then I just can magnetically attach these Freewell filters. If you want to see more about this filter system, I have a review on it on my channel, so you can check that out. But what's great about it is I have 2 different NDs already on there, a 3-stop and a 4-stop. So I can combine those and get 7 stops, and then just kind of peel them off depending on the lighting situation. So that adds quite a bit of flexibility. Doesn't beat internal NDs, but this is the second best thing. All right, so that is the rig, and it looks super nice. Now, the really cool thing I want to show you about this rig that makes it super compatible is you can actually trigger the HDMI to record. In the menus, if you go to the second tab, and on the second tab page, go to HDMI record output, and we can actually turn on HDMI recording control. What this allows you to do is when you press record on your camera, it will trigger the Atomos to start recording externally. So I have 2 basic recordings. I have one in camera, which I was shooting 5.9K, and then I was recording 4K ProRes 422 in the monitor. So that was a really nice feature. If you want to edit ProRes, you have that feature. However, I actually edited with the 5.9K, which still held up, and I just wanted that extra bit of resolution for this project because why not? So using this for the actual music video project, what I found was I really liked filming like this. Basically one hand on top of the top handle, I can press and stop recording, and this other hand kind of fits right here so I can grab focus and change my aperture if I need to do that. And that really works super well. I was able to kind of get low shots at a moment's notice, tilt the monitor if I need to, and then again, if I just need to switch, go handheld, two-handed setup, you get a nice, super stable footage. Combined with the internal IBIS of the Panasonic S1H, you got some really cool looking stable shots. Again, I was looking for that handheld aesthetic, and that IBIS just works to kind of smooth out those little micro jitters. So yeah, I really enjoyed shooting the project just like this. It wasn't too bulky, but yet it allowed me to get the professional results that I wanted, which is fabulous. So if you want to pick up this camera cage, you can definitely check out Kondor Blue, and make sure you use that coupon code NATES1H to get 10% off your order. All right, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.